You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. Thanks for listening on a Monday. We've got Dan Farris here for this little crazy thing we do called our bonus hour. How you doing, Dan?
I'm doing pretty darn well. Another adventuresome weekend. Sioux Falls and certainly points beyond, still cleaning up and trying to dry out. And it's, boy, what a crazy week last week.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we did have a little time, had a little fun this weekend out to the Legion Saturday night. And
very nice.
Did you know the American Legion celebrates its 100th birthday, officially today?
Oh, really?
Was
Happy
this day?
birthday
Yeah,
to
1919. American Legion incorporated by an act of Congress.
That is fantastic.
I think is the last thing Congress did that made sense, actually. So, yeah, big shout-out to Mike Driscoll and the gang over at Post 15.
That's
nice
awesome.
job. Annabelle Band was on stage Saturday night rocking, and their lead singer. And just an aside, so you guys know me a long time, and you know, as a hobbyist, I collect restraining orders.
Yeah. I know
Yes.
that.
And I
You've
think
got quite the collection.
And I think I've got a brand new one coming. So. Woo! Yay me! Go Dan! Go Team Dan!
I'm your number one Dan.
That's
you
it.
mean fan? I mean Dan.
Somebody call security. Oh, I'm used to it.
I'll see myself out.
I know deep down you're crazy about me.
Let me guess. Get on the ground, hands behind my back.
So yeah, heading into another week, and hopefully things will settle down around our neck of the woods here.
That would be
nice.
good. Yeah, in addition to the tornadoes that went through Sioux Falls, a lot of flooding in other areas. So just it's been a muddy, mucky mess and not fun stuff. But thanks to all of the volunteers who've gone out and stepped up and
Holy
helped.
cow! Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We'll
Strangers
get
helping
into
strangers.
we've got a few updates, a few things. Maybe if you're just digging into your particular mess, whatever. There's been still some questions, and later on in the program, we'll address some of those things too during
Very
water
nice.
cooler talk. So.
All right. It's all on the way. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on them critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger
Good
Dan.
morning, Ranger
Ranger
Dan.
A glorious Monday to you, Ranger Heidi. John, how are you?
Awesome.
Oh, a little worn out. Huge success recap of what was going on with the Ranger Dan's non-residential hunting license jamboree going
that go?
on Saturday. We licensed 97 non-South Dakota residents.
Nice.
97. That's
Very
a
good.
heck of a day.
97 could have done more, but you got to cut it off at some point, especially when you hear those sirens going off. Sometimes you just got to pack it up, call it a day. But along with the licensing and, of course, the merchandise sales and the $7.50 car washes, compliments of, and a big thank you again to the USD Coyotes cheerleading squad
Nice.
for pitching in Saturday.
Yeah.
After hard costs and, well, lack of a better term, payoffs. Ranger Dan Enterprises should pocket north of $5,500. Doesn't sound like a lot, but every little drip drab in the bucket helps, because I got to tell you what, little radio rangers, you're not old enough yet. When you get to that age, this is kind of how it works. Mail order brides are not cheap. That's for a different show.
Okay. It's hopefully on a different station, but yes.
I have to drop a little critter knowledge on you, because that's why we're here, gosh darn it.
Yeah,
Did you know the most accurate way to determine the age of a bear is to count the rings in a cross-section of its tooth under a microscope.
Really?
If you're going to do this, I suggest that bear be deceased, but it's up to you. This is America. I'm Ranger Dan, and Little Radio Rangers, you got to know by now. You got to stay in school. You got to go to church. You got to say your prayers, eat your vegetables. Don't be playing soccer. Don't let me catch you wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan out. Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. We've got Mr. Dan Farris in the studio here, prepared and ready to go with some amazing stuff.
Oh, dear Lord, I wish you hadn't said prepared.
I just saw the look on your face.
Hang on. I got this Google web machine just
you're
steaming
instilling
here.
me with a lot of confidence right now, Dan.
I got to tell you what, whoever is going to corner the firewood market in this town after all the trees and whatnot, and with,
they're grinding
with fall
them
and
up,
winter
too.
man, oh man, I have never seen more vehicles full of down trees and brush, and I'm talking big side dumper trucks and dump trucks
big
and
trees that
pickup
got
trucks.
knocked over.
It's been absolutely crazy. And here's the thing: I've seen a lot of residences out, and friends of mine who I know, and I've lifted a few logs myself in the past 48 hours. I think you can tell by the size of these biceps.
I wondered what was going on over there.
And all the Band-Aids and all the Advil in my pocket. But here's the thing, and it is confusing, and it has been kind of chaotic, but I'll tell you what, the city crews and volunteers and everything have been doing a marvelous job. Here's just a little aside. Sioux Falls city officials are, again, asking residents to follow certain guidelines while cleaning up after the storms.
Yeah.
If things went down on your boulevard, the city is going to take care of that.
The ones between the sidewalk and the street.
Yes.
100%
If it is on your private property, that is up to you. But when you get that cut up, parsed out, whatever the case may be, do not put it on the boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Do not, because apparently there's been several instances where people are just stacking that stuff up. And
they're like, no, we're not taking that.
And it endangers visibility, vehicles, everything else. Wind comes up, it's going to end up in the street. So just kind of keep that on your property until whatever you make arrangements
They had a nice
to get that
little
removed.
diagram even, because it showed like if the tree was on your yard, but it falls onto the sidewalk, they'll cut it off right at the sidewalk part, and the city will take the piece that was hanging over the sidewalk. Seriously, they will.
That's a true story, yeah.
Wow.
If it falls over from the sidewalk side between the street and it falls over, they'll take that whole tree. So they won't cut it off and leave the top for you. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But they drew a little cartoon. It was really nice.
Yeah, so what's going on? There's a lot of information out there, a lot of ways to get it done. And if push comes to shove, as far as I can tell, you can just call Sioux Falls City Commissioner Teresa Staley, and she will personally grind the mayor's gears for you.
Well, she's called him on a lot of things in the last week, hasn't she?
I think she put up a tent in his driveway.
Did she really?
She's got a bullhorn and a tent, a little cook stove.
I don't think.
Hanging out. Mayor keeps peeking out the blinds going, damn it!
She's still here. Well, she knows how to get things done, I guess, because she's getting some things done. So if that's what it takes. Coming up here in just a little bit, we've got...
Honey, is that woman still out?
Will you look? I don't want to look.
Coming up here in just a little bit, we've got our Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week, and then we'll come back with some entertainment news of the day. That's all on the way on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3, thank you for listening to our station for faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. We've got this little thing we do on Mondays called the Sunny Radio Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. Dan is our theme song every week there. The Top Gun of the Week from Maverick Recruiting, this is a thing where each week we try to shine the spotlight on one person who has gone above and beyond and done some amazing things. You know how difficult that's going to be this week, Dan?
Almost impossible.
Because everybody's done so many. There's so many people. That's why we hand it off to Heidi and say, it's your choice, babe. So who do you think should be
Well, if we can only name one when there are so many amazing people out there doing so much for people they don't even know, I think that we have to really give it to the guy at the helm. Give it to our mayor, our good mayor.
Paul Tenhaken?
Yeah.
So he is our Top Gun of the week. Now, here's the thing. There were a lot of people that were working under Paul Tenhaken out doing their thing too, but he, I guess, is the leader, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and he was even out there himself.
Yeah.
You know, just busting his butt. So I think it's awesome. It's awesome.
Think about this. 1 week ago today, Dan, you and I were out at the cemetery groundbreaking for the
South Dakota Veterans Cemetery. Paul Tenhaken was there with us in the mud, in the rain for 2 hours. That's how his week started.
Yeah, he started his week in the mud.
And then Tuesday night, all heck broke loose with tornadic activity and everything else, and he's been kind of rolling ever since. So
it was a rough week.
Yeah, so symbolically, the Maverick, Sonny, Top Gun of the week, Mayor Paul Tenhaken. That's probably a good idea, yeah.
I love
and he's
that.
going to get a Sonny T-shirt, so he can just spread that around. Every day they can designate a different city employee to wear that.
Yeah, because
that's a good idea. And never wash it, because it'll be worth more when you bring it on Antiques Roadshow.
This has been worn by 248 different members.
It would have been worth less had you washed it, so good call. The patina is beautiful.
Well, we'll be meeting up with Mayor Paul Tenhaken, bringing him his T-shirt and his little certificate that Heidi fills out. And big congratulations to all of the people that have been working their butts off, because you deserve the accolades that you get. And I know there's a lot of folks that are kind of shining the spotlight on you. So it's awesome, though, to see people stepping up and helping out. So hats off to each and every one of you. If you're looking for awesome people to work for your company, look no further than Maverick Recruiting. John at Maverick Recruiting does a darn good job helping you find great people. And if you happen to be great people looking for a better opportunity, you can go to his website and see some of the opportunities he has right now. And they've got them listed at maverickrecruiting.com.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's this little thing that we do right now called Entertainment News of the Day with Mr. Dan Farris.
The celebrities are fabulous. They are fabulous. Somebody owes me an apology. I think it's you two. Yes, there is a movie called The Peanut Butter Falcon.
There is.
Yes.
You were talking about this. I was being a wise guy, and I said, no, I don't want to watch it. I want to watch Nutella Sparrow, because I thought you were making it up.
Oh, wise guy, huh?
Nothing on TV
I went and watched
so.
the trailer. It looks fantastic. Now I want to see it too, Dan.
Yes, you do.
I seriously do.
Of course you do. Actors everywhere. If you're tuned in on Friday, we talked a little bit about what famous celebrity-type people, what their phobias are.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. How about if I pose the question to various famous people who I don't know even a little bit and ask them what their dream job would be if they were not fabulous?
There you go.
Here are some of the answers. Reese Witherspoon would be a pediatric surgeon.
That's cool.
Oh.
I bet she'd be good at that. I bet she looks like she'd be a good pediatric surgeon.
And that's all based on looks, John, so good for you.
I'm just saying.
That's why you've never had a job in HR, John.
I'm just saying. She seems like she would
Just
be really
looking
good.
at her, I think she'd be great at that.
It seems like she'd be good with the kids, Dad.
Man, oh man, Kendall Jenner would be a veterinarian.
She looks like she'd be good with the dogs.
See, there you go. Kim Kardashian, who, by the way, I think now has a law degree, but
Oh, that's right. She was getting...
her dream job, if she weren't a billionaire, whatever it is she is, would like to be a forensic investigator.
That's what Heidi wants.
Me too. I think that would be so cool.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
She wanted to start her own place called Eccentric Forensics.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie, who, as far as I can tell, is completely unhinged, would be a mortician.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. Heidi, when I talked to her, I said, do you want to stay with that answer or change it? And she went, no, I'm good with mortician. Dan. When she said Dan, she kind of sneered a little bit. And I'm like, whoa, easy.
Calm down.
Calm down,
Easy, Angelina.
Tell your daddy now.
Go take care of those 30 rental kids. Julia Roberts, this is interesting. Would love to be a home ec teacher.
Home ec.
Home economics.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cool.
And I love this one.
Mrs. Roberts.
Gerard Butler, the Scottish actor, was recently starring on the big screen in Angel Has Fallen.
Angel Has Fallen.
I love this. This is so close to my heart. He would be a forest ranger.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, step up there, champ. See how far that little wish of yours gets you. Because I've been there, baby.
Not as easy as you think.
Been there, done that.
Failed that exam 83 times.
So, yeah. Heidi, what, okay, you would be, he was a forensic.
Yeah,
John?
forensics, I think would be so cool.
Dream job.
Unemployed.
Nothing wrong with that. Some people enjoy that a lot.
No, honestly, my dream job would be to host The Tonight Show.
Really?
That's what I wanted to do. When I was a kid, I loved Johnny Carson. And I honestly think the guy that's got the job right now does a pretty darn good job. I like him better than I like Jay Leno. Now, the Leno fans out there, don't get me wrong. I like Leno as well. But I always thought that seemed like such a fun job because you get to talk to the really interesting people and you get to ask them stuff. Like I would love to do that.
Okay.
So.
What about you, Dan?
Oh, my life has been just so shattered in so many ways. So many people have killed so many of my dreams. Is this on?
Do you still have it?
Is this on?
He's still on the air.
Oh, world peace. Does that count?
What was your dream for you?
No, growing up, I was convinced I was going to be a musician. I was going to be a rock star.
Really?
And I worked at it really, really hard for the first, 20, 25 years of my life. Yeah. Until it was pointed out to me that, wow, you've worked really hard at this, and man, you are barely average. So I started making a living playing other people's music. That's how I got into radio, actually.
Nice.
So,
See,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a cool dream, Dan. You shouldn't give up on it.
I'm pretty sure I should, John.
Well, you would know better than me. Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping by, sir.
Oh, my pleasure.
Dan Farris. Kind of forgot we were on the radio here. This is kind of what happens the rest of the day.
This is what happens when we're not. These are the kinds of conversations.
There's usually just a little more colorful language by somebody in this room. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.